feeling down on your luck, you're tired and stuck, enough is enough, you gotta pick yourself up, cause life gets hard, it might leave scars, could tear you apart if you let it be smart, yeah, you wanna be just like the stars, take me to Mars, high up and far, cause that's a start, all I know is that I love making art, straight to my heart, keep up my guard, and always work hard, yeah, it's hard to have faith, when you had a taste, of this awful place, and if that's the case, you're sitting there sick and tired of the rat race, the fast pace has you thinking it's a bad place, you just wanna blast off into outer space, I get it, trust me, I've been there, just wait, it gets better if you take control of your fate, so stop waiting and get going your own way. Broken dreams and these hopeless teens, how it's supposed to be, yeah. Are all these broken dreams and these hopeless teens, how it's supposed to be, yeah. I'm sick and tired of these broken dreams, these broken teens, sitting down on broken screens. It sucks, cause I really know what hopeless means, but focus seems to stem from the darkest themes. Don't park your dream, get a jump start and dream of everything you thought you ever wanted to be. Then mark your team, together you can be something. Be smart and see that you is all you really need, yeah. Sometimes you gon' feel like you don't know, sometimes you gon' feel like it's going slow, sometimes you gon' wish that it came fast, sometimes you gon' dwell back on the past, yeah. I'm here to tell you that it won't last. Your mind's stronger than you think, get past all the things that keep you feeling bad, to pick yourself up and carve your own path, yeah. These broken dreams and these hopeless teens, how it's supposed to be, yeah. Are all these broken dreams and these hopeless teens, how it's supposed to be, yeah. Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the zone. I think that I'll be fine, but I do not really know, yeah. It's too late for me, not too late for you. To be great, you'll see, the pain's worth the truth. I don't wanna be just someone that's new. I speak my mind so free, so you could hear the truth, yeah. I know that we all have fear, in the back of our minds we hear the devil that's in
Hello.
our ear.
Can everyone, Pippin, can I get a confirmation that you can hear? My side's pretty glitchy right now, so we'll hope, praying that this works, but yeah, I think it should work. Just get a confirmation. Yes, Star Wars. Star Wars. We're doing Star Wars today. Yeah. It's a thing. Star Wars is gonna be fun. Can I get a confirmation of hearing my voice? One of you. Whichever one hits it first. Watch it be someone that, like, isn't a mod that comes and gives me a confirmation first. It's a little glitchy on my end, so if that ends up being the case, then yeah. But yeah, we're gonna, because I figured, not my next speed paint will be Wilbur, so we're gonna just gonna do that. We're gonna do that, boy. Sorry for the later stream, but yeah, I have no excuses. It's just, well, first it's like I didn't stream on Saturday. Hold on, this is bothering me. No one's giving me a confirmation. Great mods, you're good. Okay, I just confirmed it. Don't worry, guys. You're great mods. I love you so much. You're great. I love you. It's not sarcastic whatsoever. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so this is our Wilbur sheet that we're working with. We're gonna see if everything works. But yeah, so not this week because that's what I was doing earlier today. Right. So so next week there's not gonna be a live stream because I will be gone. And I will not be near a computer. So you will get no live stream. That's why I had to live stream. But, so I'm going to be gone half the week. So I need to get my speed paint up. So I finished the speed paint earlier today, at like noon. I will edit that either tonight or tomorrow. It will not have any like crazy voice lines or like animation or storyboard or anything cool. It will just be song, probably. Watch me actually put some effort into it. Actually, like in reality, put some effort into it. When it's like I like specifically told myself not to put effort into it, and I just do it anyways. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. But we're gonna. I haven't set up any of these layers. I haven't opened this file. But, yeah, I was like... But I've finished recording the speed paint earlier today, like at noon, right? Alright. And then, that means... Hold on, I need to turn this fucking music down more. It's messing with me. Anyways, so I recorded the speed paint. I can give you guys a sneak peek if you want. But that's mainly sneak peeks are like for the Discord. That's how I've sparsed it out. I don't know, whatever one works better. And so usually that's for the Discord, which is in the link. If the link doesn't work, please tell me. I will fix that. I've been thinking a lot about how I want, because after this trip that I'm going on, is when it's not like a vacation trip. No, it's like more of like, I gotta get this done sort of trip, right? So once I get back from this trip, I will be actually like pouring a lot of effort into this, right? And into storytelling and into presenting and everything. But I need to get back from this trip. But I've been thinking about a lot of stuff, right? So let's first address what's happening this week, right? Because that's kind of why I needed a live stream so bad this week, right? I will not be live next weekend at all. There will be a speed paint on Thursday. There will be a speed paint next Thursday. But this weekend next weekend there will be no live stream. I may be still active in the Discord, but I will not have access to my computer. The Minecraft server that I set up. Yeah, Spaceboard! The Minecraft server that I set up. I will probably be changing the provider, because right now the provider does not work for my computer or for what I need it to do. And I will try to get that set up. If not, I will take it. It will probably be down over the weekend. And yeah, I can't do anything about it. And it's just going to be down. Yeah. So that's what's going to be happening. I'm trying to get everything set up so then, like, I can just schedule everything and then just leave, right? When I get back, I'm just running through all my stuff. Yeah, it is kind of bad. I'm gonna be honest. I just picked on the first one I clicked on when I searched free Minecraft thing. It sucks. It fucking sucks. And I'm so pissed. But Silent recommended one. I can't pay for it. That's I need it free. See, a lot of this stuff that like I want to do for the community, right? Yeah. A lot of stuff I want to do for the community, I need money for. Or like I want to do it and it's like, oh, you can pay for this and it'd be good. And I'm like, wow, that'd be great. But I've like confined myself to like wait till I get commission money. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look like I'm going to get a commission anytime soon. Yeah, Mindhunt is what Silent represents. So we're going to try Mindhunt. Tomorrow's going to be a stressful day. I will try to switch it over to Mindhunt tomorrow. No promises. Right? So that's going to be what's happening. Next weekend, because this is this weekend, and I'm obviously live streaming here. Good, but limit. I just need a server. I don't need anything like crazy. We're not putting mods on it yet or anything, so. But, so this, I'm working everything out of my head. Okay, so, oh my god. There's a lot of stuff happening. Man. This is my stressful week in my whole, like, non-stressful year, right? By stressful, I mean things to do, right? So, I will schedule YouTube this week. I will not probably be able to promote it as much as I normally do. I'll post it in the Discord, of course, and then I'll do all of that. All the basic stuff, but it will not be posted to Reddit or Tumblr. And probably not to Instagram. Screw Instagram. Honestly, if you're from Instagram, I want you to, like, tell me you're from Instagram, because I honestly do not believe Instagram people are coming over. They just don't exist over on other platforms. They only exist on Instagram. Anyways, so that will be happening when I get back, right? So, not this week. Next week, we get the Wilbur episode of the Star Wars AU. And I have that planned out. And I have the storyline, or the arc, planned out. Each of the storylines. Each of the arcs are split up into three episodes to mimic Star Wars, right? So you'll get 3 of Wilbur and Techno going on their little adventure. And then we'll get, I think, then we jump over the Return of Pax. Yeah! You'll get episode 4, The New Hope. So you'll get that, not this week, but next week. That weekend, I was thinking about, now, we'll see if everything works out, because this is also a big if. Not now, not next week, but the week after that, or let's just draw out, let's draw out the little thing, right? So, this is right now. This is where you are, the X is where you are. You have a week, right? Here's the weekend where I'm gone. No live stream. Right? No live stream. Then you have it the next week, right? You'll get the Star Wars video. And then on this weekend, right? This weekend, I'm thinking about doing a big old stream. By big, I mean like 3 hours long, boy. And it would be documenting my process of like coming up with an idea, start to finish, to the finished piece. Then I'll record that, and that will be a speed paint for later, probably. Then, hopefully, in this week, so this is like the next week after that, right? The only reason this wouldn't be a Star Wars speed paint is if like Techno dies because of the egg on the weekend I'm not streaming. That's the only reason. If the egg kills Technoblade, you're not getting a Star Wars speed paint. You're getting a Techno Ink speed paint. Okay. So that's my only reason. That's the only reason I've written down. If the egg kills Technoblade, you're not getting a Star Wars. You're getting an Angst. I'm sorry, but you're gonna want it. Only if the egg kills Technoblade. If egg kills Phil, you're good. You're getting Star Wars. Don't worry about it, okay? That's how it works. Because they're gonna pick up lore, like, eventually. They're gonna be picking up lore soon. Whenever they decide to kick off lore, they've said that once lore picks up, it's gonna pick up fast and it's not gonna stop. So, if this is the weekend where it picks up and Techno is killed by the egg, I'm drawing Techno got killed by an egg. So, but besides that, you're good. You'll get your Star Wars. I'll get you your Star Wars AU. You're fine, okay? Yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only reason that I've written down. You'll be fine. But that live stream, then, what do you mean? I did Phil for a whole month. And got my brain. I don't know what happened with my brain, man. I did Phil for a whole month, and then I sat down to do my own thing for 1 hour and somehow got a techno, like a amazing, one of my best techno pieces ever. And then I was like, wow, I guess I missed Technoblade. Phil imagine being a Phil Auntie. You got me. I'm secretly a Phil Auntie. That's why I sub to him every month. You're right. I'm spying on him. Awful. Using my Twitch Prime on Phil because I hate him. Absolutely awful. But to be honest, if Techno was on Twitch, I would use it on Techno, so I would just fuck off. Yeah. Well, listen. He picked a legend where the legend that he picked was literally fated to die. So, I mean, that's the guy that he picked. It's like, oh yes, the first to die in war. It's like, I think it's more of a reference to the first to be used by the armies in war, and then it's a reference to Techno being used constantly and never getting justice for. I think it's more of a reference to that than actually dying, but I think I'm also in denial that Techno might die. So, yeah. That's how that works. Honestly, though, I would probably still sub to Phil. I watch Phil a lot more. But, yeah. Technoblade really said we should emphasize the server isn't all length, and then chose a name who got yeah! Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? What did he think? Yeah. He's like, oh yes, the guy that got stabbed first, that's me. Yeah, true. It's true. It's really funny, because, like, Techno, like, back in 2016 was the only one that gave us content back then. Like, everyone else would be like, I'm gonna disappear for 2 months, see ya! And now Techno's the one who's like, see ya in 2 months! And we're like, oh no. Like, all the old Minecraft fans, that's why we watch Techno. It's because he actually posted content each week. And now he barely posts a month. The turntables, guys. That means if Minecraft goes into another Dark Ages, we get weekly Techno uploads. So there's a plus if the next Fortnite comes out and everyone leaves Minecraft. There's a plus. You get actual Techno updates. That sounds pretty good. I mean, if you're gonna lull for content, you know? By post more, he means he'll actually post something. Welcome to another episode of Sky Wars. Oh my god. No. He'll probably mean, yeah. He'll edit. No. This is what he'll do. He'll finally edit Sleepy Boys, right? And then he'll live stream. God damn it. What have we been reduced to? Yeah. He'll live stream and call it a post. And he'll finally edit Sleepy Boys. Like the Sleepy Boys, like whatever. And he'll post that on the last day of April. And you're going to be like, this is not what I meant. I will take it, but oh my god, it's not what I meant. But yeah, so this was thing. This one I will try to do I'm going to try to do like an event stream, sort of like back to actually what I'm doing, right? So this weekend, so I'm going to skip this coming weekend. No live stream. Star Wars. Then we get either, it will probably be another just simple speed paint like this. I might switch and do the concept art for Techno Wolves. And we'll talk more about that and my new theories on that. Or we'll do the start to finish, watch my whole process. Because a couple people mentioned it to me. It was like, hey, I would love to know more about your process on creating art. And I was like, oh, yes, yeah. Dude, you ask me about my process any day. I'm like the only artist that's out here being like, let me show you my sketchbook, please. I'm the only artist, and do not expect other artists to show you those sketchbooks because they will not. But I am special. I don't know. I'm weird, and I would love to show you my sketchbook. Oh my god. But yeah. So someone else was like, "Hey, can you explain more your process?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes. Send. Hello. How are you? Zol? Oh god. Pronunciation is gonna kill me. How are you today? I've been good. I was supposed to go live at 4 Eastern. It's now 8. I may have stalled for 4 hours. But you know, everyone's lazy in their own way. So it's all good, right? I'm not that lazy. Shit. I'm kind of lazy. It's just bad. It's bad. Help. But yeah. So that's what's happening. How are you? Z. Would you mind me calling you Z? I don't know how to say your name. Z. I'm gonna call Z. The Wolves of Lothal. Yeah. So Ski, I don't know if you, so I did this thing where I was like, oh, so you remember in like Doomsday, like Phil and Techno return home and they're like, oh yes, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So when it's Doomsday, right? So what am I talking about? Holy shit. I just got a brain fart. Dude, go to sleep. I mean, what do you have later today, Z? What do you have? Is it important stuff, or is you just like chilling? Because if you're just chilling, you could stay awake. I mean, what's gonna stop you? But if you have important stuff, maybe think about it. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you have to, because I'm gonna be honest, I have don't tell anyone, but I have stayed up till I did do this thing. I do sometimes stay up till 6 a.m. on a school day and just read fanfic and then go to sleep for 2 hours and then wake up and go to school. But you don't, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't have, as long as you know you have school. Can you sleep in school? Are you an expert sleeper? So there's like these. So I don't know if you know. I'm proud of this community. Yeah. So in school there was two types of sleepers. There's ones that like sleep with their desk, like I guess there's three. There's three. There's one who actually sleeps during the night and doesn't stay up too late. And doesn't sleep at school at all. And those are the grade A kids that we are never, or I'm never that kid. I always need more sleep. What are they talking about? What do they mean they get enough sleep? I don't understand them. No one understands them. They just do it. There's kids sleepers number 2. Sometimes I don't sleep for 2 days. Pog. No. Sleep's important. Sleep's very important. But yeah, so there's this other type, right, that can sleep during the day, but they put their head on their desk to sleep, and it's very obvious, right? That's me. I never really learned how to sleep in school. I kind of just did it, and it was like, oh, I'm asleep now. You know what I did? I balanced the pencil on my finger. I balanced the pencil on my finger under the desk. And then if I heard it drop, I would wake up, but I would be in like a half sleep state until I heard it drop. And then if it dropped, I'd be like, oh, I just dropped my pencil. And that would be my sleep strategy, right? That'd be how I sleep in school. Then there's my friend who I live stream rap with, Ari. Like, he's the kid that sits in the back of the class, looks like he's perfectly paying attention, like sitting up straight and everything, and is completely asleep. And you're like, how are you so good at this? There was another kid at my school that could sleep with their eyes open, which I don't even want to start to think about at all. I never saw them do it, but they were like, yep. And other kids like confirmed it. I was like, oh, I do not want to see that. For some reason that sounds really gross, and I'm not sure how. But, it just depends on what kind of sleeper you are in school. Can you actually sleep in school, or is you just like going with it? But yeah. So, I don't sleep in school, but I know how to eat without. I mean, everyone kind of knows that, right? You can't chew, right? That's how you eat in school without the teacher saying you can't chew. Stop chewing. Chewing is bad. That's how, like, if you chew, like, if you're just, like, moving your mouth in, like, circular motions, teachers will immediately think you have gum, and then you can trick the teacher, right? I'm teaching everyone how to trick their teachers. No. Me, who has weird knowledge about tricking teachers and students in school, is handing out the knowledge for free. You guys be lucky. I know I wouldn't hand this out for free if I was in school still. If I was in public school still, you would not get this knowledge for free. You would have to pay. You would have to let me copy your homework. Copy it at lunch. I would have grabbed a kid from another class and been like, I'm copying your homework if I give you free tips for surviving. Just while you're gone. No. Well, you can, but no. 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 And I think Z's talking more about actually eating a whole ass meal, right? Like, I know kids that could sneak a whole, like, their whole lunch, like, during class. They did that more in freshman and sophomore year of school. They would sneak their whole lunch. After junior year, though, like halfway through junior year, kids are like, I don't care anymore. And they just eat in front of the teachers, and the teachers be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, that's how it works, man. But yeah. So, whatever. Yep. But yeah. So, also, the animation, I'm just updating and talking, right? Animation review of Sad-ist. I remember a pair of my friends that were particularly close, but they weren't dating, but they were dating. They were a couple in front of the teacher just so that they could pretend to lean on each other's shoulders. They're actually asleep. You know, if it works. If it works, use it. I mean, there's enough, like, alliances in school where that's yeah. They legit never dated. But the in-class sleep was worth it. Oh, I could feel that. Oh my gosh. If it works, why not? Why not do it? So I was thinking about the status analysis. Sad-ist fall analysis. Yeah, because I want to do analysis on that, right? And I was thinking I could do that into a video. Just recut. Yep. No sleep-deprived kids at school. Let's go, boys. Especially, like, before exams. Everyone was sleep-deprived. Don't get me wrong. They were. And everyone knew it. Everyone knew it. Oh, my gosh. Everyone's like, yep, that person's also sleep-deprived. Wow. We're all great at this. What's your reaction if your brother's... said he... What's your reaction if your brother said he wanted to marry you? Joke's on you. I don't want to well, he said it at one point. I don't know. I don't think he would. I was gonna be like, use LGBTQ knowledge, but then I was like, wait, no. I don't think he's actually, like, confirmed that. At one point he said he was ace, but I'm not quite sure if he's that anymore, so. He's already married to her Star Wars A rumor. Yeah. Oh, you got me. Ha, joke's on you. Honestly, though, that's not good. There's someone on there used to be, I don't know if they still see my videos, but there used to be someone who commented on all my videos saying, hey, can I marry your art style? And I was like, they're like, I know this is a weird comment, but can I marry your art style? And I was like, sure, do it. I don't know what that means, but yeah, sure, whatever, do it. I want to see what that is. I want to see how you marry my art style. I was like, oh my gosh. So anyways, Sad-ist animation, analysis thing. I want to do it. I think I'm going to make it into a video. I know I was thinking about live streaming it to begin with, but I think I'm going to turn it into a video. I'll just, like, edit it down. Me can get married to an animation hologram. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm going to give you a weird look. I'm going to totally judge you, but yeah, you could do that. You could just ignore my judgment. That is an option. As long as you're okay with knowing people will judge you, you can do it. You can do anything as long as you're okay with people judging you. That's the real kicker. Who are you? Okay. So, right. So are we thinking about doing the Sad-ist thing? It'd be the fall one. I feel like I have to get it out before Sad-ist's new one comes out. Right? Because Sad-ist hinted at it. I was like, God, if Sad-ist's new one comes out and I haven't even done the fall, I'm gonna look like it's gonna be terrible, man. I mean, I'm not doing Dawn because I think Chris Trix, I think his name is. I'm gonna get it wrong. He did analysis on it, and that was really good, actually. Like, that's a pretty good analysis. I would like to emphasize that the 360 spin on the characters was God, and we should all appreciate that more. That was God tier. Yes. But besides that, yeah, everything else he covered pretty well. So, like, if you want a good analysis on it, go check out his vid. But I kind of want to do the fall because I think Sad-ist's fall animation looks looks way better if you're looking at it with an artist eye than, like, with the average person eye. Hey, I watched it. Yeah. Because the fall one, I think, is, like, interesting for an artist to watch more than it is interesting for, like, someone who has no idea what animation is to watch, you know? So I kind of want to do an analysis on that. Analysis on that. And I've done it for my brothers in the past, and then I've also done it for Static. So, because he asked to see my thoughts on it, so I did one for him. Which is a mod. And then so I want to do that one. That's probably gonna be like, I was estimating it, and that's gonna be like a video that's like 50 minutes long. I don't know if everyone will watch it for the full 50 minutes, but it's mostly gonna be me, like, talking about composition and talking about how to frame and talking about guiding the eye and all that, because that's what I look for in animation and everything. I look for movement and guiding and framing and positioning and everything. I think every artist can approach it with a different, like, viewpoint. And I know I was going to originally do it with a live stream, but I feel like if I do it with a live stream, I can't interact with people. I feel like that's the point of a live stream. So if I did do it in a live stream, I would have just done it, and I wouldn't look at chat. And I feel like that's not the point of a live stream. So we're going to see if we can do it with a video. It's not going to be scripted, because I can't script. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate scripting. I'm an artist, and my brain blew up. Yeah, I feel that, honestly. I can't read scripts for the life of me. Like, every time I attempt to read a script, like, any speaking skills just goes out the window. Like, every time I read a script, like, with, especially with, like, when I did, like, presentations in class, if I had any sort of script with me, my brain would completely shut down. So I had to literally wing it, and it was, like, the best presentation ever. But I would have to, like, do it without a script. And that's kind of, like, how I feel with videos. Like, I have to do it without a script. And that's just gonna be how it is. So we'll see how that works out. And we'll edit that down and everything. But, yeah. Those are my plans for the moment, and we'll see how it goes from there. What can we talk about now? We can talk about my theories on Ghostbur. Oh my gosh. Guys, Ghostbur's the spirit of L'Manberg. I said it. Hot take. Ghostbur's spirit of L'Manberg. And the thing that's, everyone's like, ooh, it's a live burr, or not a live burr. It's dead burr, or whatever the heck things in the afterlife is, right? So, up to speed, if you don't know, my theories on Ghostbur. My theories on Ghostbur is the spirit of L'Manberg. When Wilbur blew up his L'Manberg, he blew up L'Manberg. Because the thing afterwards wasn't L'Manberg. Because they did not follow any of the, if we're talking about, like, lives, right? Which I don't think cities have lives. But, that city, L'Manberg, the original L'Manberg, got blown up and was killed by Wilbur. This is gonna get real weird, right? But the thing with Ghostbur now, like, you see Ghostbur haunting the area of L'Manberg, always trying to be like, oh, but there's no armor in L'Manberg. Oh, and, like, restating, like, the old rules of L'Manberg. When he heads to Pogtopia for that, like, really short stream that Wilbur did, when Ghostbur heads there, he's like, this seems familiar. That's because L'Manberg was briefly there when Wilbur wasn't insane. Right? It seemed familiar because it's not... How is that? Live now, actually? Oh, that's cool. I'm live. I want to get this line done. Okay. But... I'm not stopping stream, screw that. But, right? So Ghostbur is the spirit of L'Manberg. Like, that, it's L'Manberg's ghost. The thing now, right? That isn't Ghostbur. But it is still a spirit of L'Manberg. It is just not the original L'Manberg. I think that Ghostbur now... I think, like, the original Ghostbur that, like, blew and friend and everyone, that was the original L'Manberg. It's gonna get really confusing. Ghostbur now, which I'm gonna call, what are we gonna call it? Red Burr. I don't know. I think Wilbur and Ghostbur are two different people. Yeah, I think Ghostbur is definitely... I think it's definitely the spirit of L'Manberg. I think the spirit that was originally founded by it. I do not think... Yeah. I don't think Ghostbur is Wilbur. I don't think he was ever Wilbur. I don't think he, like, lost his memories. Because Ghostbur knows, like, stuff about L'Manberg that makes sense for L'Manberg before Wilbur got kicked out, right? It's Wilbur's L'Manberg. But he doesn't know anything about when L'Manberg was alive, new L'Manberg, right? He doesn't know anything about new L'Manberg. He just knew everything about old L'Manberg. I don't know if this is making sense, but I think the Ghostbur now, the one that likes red and is, everyone's like, oh, it's evil one, you know? It's evil Ghostbur. It's like, no, I think that spirit... The live streams are good because I tell you all my fan theories, right? I think that Ghostbur is the spirit of Tubbo's L'Manberg and Manberg, right? I think that this Ghostbur that we're currently with is the spirit of more of Manberg. I think in my brain, Tubbo's L'Manberg, like in quotes, right? You can't see, but I'm doing quotes with my hands. In quotes, L'Manberg, Tubbo's L'Manberg is actually Manberg, but is just adjusted. It's still Manberg in my brain, right? So if, like, Ghostbur, shoot, that's not how you spell Ghostbur, equals L'Manberg, right? Right? And then this new one, let's say, I'm gonna call it Rathbur because that's what my fan theory said like years ago, right? Rathbur. That's probably not how you spell either. Whatever. Equals Manberg. It would kind of also make sense. Like Ghostbur shows blue. Kind of like the water when surrounding Manberg. I know this is a bit of a stretch, but it's no armor, no this, no that. Like in the end, like when Wilbur attacks, and I've seen this pointed out so much, but when Pogtopia attacks Manberg, everyone is like defying Manberg's like original policy of no armor and using words to more of Schlatt's mentality, right? Except for Wilbur. Wilbur dies when Manberg dies. That's how it works. I think Ghostbur is just a soul that has Wilbur's memories. Yeah, I think the whole thing with like Technoblade, like I think a lot of that's been rewritten, like with like growing up. I think it's Ghostbur is the embodiment of what Wilbur believed Manberg was. And that's why he kind of haunts the area around Manberg, and that's why he kind of followed Tommy, because that's like Wilbur thought Tommy was part of Manberg. Like they followed people that were part of Manberg. Then Manberg is this new ghost that died, right? This new Rathbur, Ghostbur, or Phantombur, right? Only showed up after New Manberg was destroyed in Doomsday. And Ghostbur kind of took a backseat and like kind of disappeared, right? So, theory is this one is the spirit of Manberg, or New Manberg, or whatever the heck this new like kind of thought process was, right? I don't know if that made sense. I just thought of it and I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense in my brain. So maybe other people will think it makes sense in their brains. I don't know. I got a lot of theories. I've been going. My brain's been going burr with the theories. Because I didn't really stream that much last week. I streamed a bit, but I didn't like stream fully. And I do like giving theories and everything during live streams and everything, so it kind of, my brain was like, I'm missing it. But that's my main one. That was my main one that I needed to get off my chest. That was really, really digging into me. What's another thing? I got it mostly written down. Quaggy's character is really cool. I know I've talked about this before, but I love Quackdy's character. Honestly, as a storyteller, it's so interesting, his character. There's so much happening, like, with setup on the Dream SMP at the moment, that, like, I don't know, they say that it's gonna be, like, one major thing that, like, ignites everything. And, like, I know there's a lot of, like, the egg, or Dream getting out, or, I guess now the nukes. I think the nukes is going to add to something and doesn't, like, isn't a plot point. The egg would make sense because it's been a plot point since, like, before, like, wasn't it a plot point before Tommy got exiled? It's been a plot point for a long time and we just kind of ignored it. Then, yeah, he funny. Yeah. And then, we got, what would we have? We would have the Syndicate doing their shit. Their little thing. We got Rambu and whatever the heck possesses him. We'll have to see where the Enderwalk AU RG words, ARG ends up. I'm not part of it. I'm not like figuring out the clues, but I am totally gonna reap the rewards of other people's dues. I'm totally gonna reap the rewards of what other people figure out. Yeah. I think Quacky's gonna revisit. Revive. Slat. Yeah, I am so excited for Quacky's storyline. It makes perfect sense, and I am hyped for it. It is so interesting, and I love what he's doing with the character. Now, it doesn't mean he's a good character, but yeah, whatever happens. Yeah. But like a good character, like, oh, this guy's a hero. But I think I've explained my thoughts on like heroes and villains in the Dream SMP before. And if you need a further explanation, no one's a hero and no one's a villain. It is protagonist and antagonist. And the only time you would get an actual villain is with Schlatt or Dream, because they do not stream. Okay, that's my opinion. Everything else, I literally just theorize for life. Yeah. Quackity Evil, I am so happy and excited. Holy shit. It is gonna be hype. I'm ready. Dude, I was so hyped by Quackity's, like, story, like, lore episode, right? That in this Star Wars AU, I've literally made him a crime lord. Because I'm like, fuck it, he's crime lord, he deserves it. I was like, holy shit, this man, I added him, and I was like, he's a crime lord now, yes, give it to me, I need it, space crime lord, let's go. I was like, I need this in my life, holy shit. I was gonna do the image with, like, Quackity, like, in the rain with Bad, but then I got distracted with storyboard. Which, guys, I did a storyboard in 2 days. That's so cool! When I was looking at colleges for, like, when I wanted to do, like, storyboarding, when I wanted to do, I was looking for colleges where, like, I could do storyboarding or do something along. I was like, oh, animation or illustration, I'll probably have to end up in. The college I end up going is going to, or I am going to. I'm technically enrolled, right? But I'm taking a gap. But like that college, they were like, oh yes, our seniors can get a 3-minute storyboard for a song done in 2 days. And like, I remember everyone else in the room was like, oh, that sounds impossible. I couldn't do that. And I remember my thought process. I was like, oh, yeah, I might not sleep and I might not eat, but I could probably whip something out. It might not be good. And like, now it's like my goal is to get my storyboards down to 2 days, like, and get them as long as possible. And I was so hyped that my storyboard, my like 1 minute 50-second storyboard got down to like 2 days. I was so hyped about that. Oh my gosh. And I've been boosting that way too much. Anyways, back to Quackity and how great he is. I think, you know where I think his storyline is going? I think it's following a similar path to Wilbur, to like self-destruction. I think he's gonna self-destroy himself. And like, you gotta like ask, like, what, like, he's doing it for a good, like, he has good intentions, but he's bad at execution. So I think he's more of fish in the mouth. So I think he's more of just, he's doing it for, he wants to be helpful, but he's doing it the wrong way. But there's no real right way to do it, so it's only bad ways. It's really hard to describe, But I think that's what's kind of interesting. That's kind of what draws me to the Dream SMP is like, there's so many situations where there is no right answer. And the characters just have to do what they think is the right answer. But there isn't, like, when you actually sit down and think about it, you're like, okay, what are the options? These are, like, whatever it is, these are the options. None of the options are good, but all of the options are bad in, like, different ways. Like, all of them are bad, but you're like, which one is least, like, not the worst option here? And then, on top of that, some of the characters, like, their character traits don't allow them to think of some of those options. So now you're, like, let's say if, like, you had, like, 3 options, right? Like, let's say the characters can do whatever, right? No character traits required. Whatever you want. You get 3 options for, like, what's actually possible out of everything that could happen. Then the character's personality traits gets in the way of 2 of those options. Now you're left with 1. And you just have to do it. I think that's what's really interesting about the Dream SMP to me, because they think about that. They're like, yeah, this character obviously wouldn't do this, but there's no real good option, so they'll do this, you know? They will do the option A instead of option C, even if option C might be less bad than option A. At least because my character cannot do option B without being out of character. It is literally a complex D&D game, and I absolutely love it. These hands I am going to do off screen later because I hate hands on camera. That's why, like, in the, like, speed paints, you'll see me, like, not do hands, because I'll be like, yep, nope, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, I love the Dream SMP because of that. What's another thing that we can talk about? There's... oh, right, nukes. Nuke got stolen. Probably was Rambo. Let's all be honest. What was another good theory I saw for that? I saw someone make a good point. Like, they said Jack, of course. We're gonna just assume it's not someone online. Ghostbur, or like the new Ghostbur. I was like, that doesn't make sense. I think it was Rambo. I think that makes the most sense, especially like with Enderwalk State. And then it's thinking that with maybe let's see. I say that Rambo stole the nukes. I don't understand Dream's plan to get out of jail with Wilbur. That makes no sense to me. That plan makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, what do you think Wilbur's gonna do? Okay, Wilbur was revived in jail. Okay. It's like, oh, Sam's gonna let Wilbur out of prison? Yeah, of course he is, because everyone on the server is blaming Techno for blowing up Lemandberg. Like, everyone knew Wilbur was a madman. Why would they fucking let him out with Dream? They're like, well, be a madman together, boys. See ya. Like, Sam has already, like, lost a lot of moral shit. Like, Tommy's death messed up Sam's character so bad, and no one's talking about it, and it's really sad. It is really sad what Sam's character is going through. Like, if anyone needs therapy right now, like... I mean, everyone needs therapy on that fucking server. But Sam's character is really bad right now. Like, he's self-destructive bad. Like, I'm worried for his character. like, he's gonna go full on into the prison, and, like, we're not gonna see normal Sam again. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Normal Sam's not coming back if he keeps down this path and doesn't get help. Like, holy shit, Tommy's death fucked him up real bad. And it's concerning. But no one's seeing it, so it's probably not going to be addressed. But it's just for the fans to see. Punk lost an arm. Punk are beloved. If you haven't watched Punk's streams, go watch Punk's streams. He's the best. But he lost an arm because Sam tortured him. Because Sam has no moral compass, or he does have a moral compass, but he's completely, in his grief and sadness, he has thrown himself completely into the prison, and he's losing himself within it. It's almost like he is Pandora, and he will one day be too curious, or they might be going with the original myth, which is he becomes cunning and evil, and just releases hell onto the human race because he said, "Fuck you all," and just did it anyways and just released it, and the hope, right, is that because Pandora's Vault, like, the thing is, like, monsters are released into the earth. Was open, like, you have to put the monsters within the jar first. Then you can take the monsters out and put hope in. What's hope? What if it's just, like, Sam being nice? Like, Sam is the, like, everyone's been like, oh, does Dream equal hope? It's like, no. Sam is also locked in the prison. Like, yeah, sure, he can leave. But he's kind of also, like, tied so closely to the prison. Like, I think Sam in this situation equals hope. And everyone's kind of abandoning him to the monsters that are also inside the prison. Like, if Sam ends up just living his life connected to prison forever, he'll never escape and be the hope at the bottom of the jar. That's the other thing. I think the whole storyline is gonna be like, I think the egg is gonna free Dream. It makes the most sense to me. Because the egg has three people that it controls within the prison guard. Either that, or Phil is going to hear about the resurrection book and going to go and save Dream to get Wilbur. I don't think Technoblade's going to do it. I think it's either going to be Phil or the egg that frees Dream. I think Phil would be a very, like, clever way to do it. Like, Phil hears, hey, Dream is proven to have the knowledge to release everyone. That would get Phil on the bad side of Tommy. It would basically get Phil and Technoblade on the bad side of Tommy, on the bad side of Quackity, on the bad side. It gets, like, almost everyone involved. It would set up the egg, right? The egg would be down there feeding off the chaos and the anger and the hate. And, like, the egg is literally the dark side of the force. You can't convince me otherwise. Holy shit. It's just feeding off emotion, right? It's the egg is Sith. Look at the Sith egg. Right? And then you would also get, everyone wouldn't really be a fan, but I think but then you would get Wilbur alive, right? Wilbur would obviously come back and be pissed. And everyone that's like heartfelt reunion is completely wrong. If Wilbur doesn't come back and curse out Dream immediately for bringing him back to life, I don't know what's wrong, and please send help, because that is exactly what should happen, always. Also, that might be why Ghostbur wasn't brought back to Wilbur, because Ghostbur isn't Wilbur, it's L'Manberg. Ghostbur's L'Manberg's spirit, and not Wilbur's spirit. But then you can have, right? Follow me here. We have Wilbur come back. He can basically, I think, because again, and I talked about this forever ago, but Wilbur, there was 3 sides in the war on the dawn of the 16th, right? I guess that's what we're calling it because of the Sad-ist animation. There was 3 sides. There was L'Manberg, or no, there wasn't L'Manberg. There was L'Manberg didn't really either. I guess there wasn't L'Manberg. There was L'Manberg, right? Which was Wilbur. It was L'Manberg / Anarchy, right? It was like the third party. This is the third party. Wilbur and Techno. Techno and Wilbur were on the same side on the 16th, and you cannot convince me otherwise. And then there was Manberg versus Pog. Right? Man versus Pog. Those were the other sides. Everyone assumed Wilbur was on Pog. Wilbur was not on Pog. Wilbur was on Anarchy side. Wilbur was on L'Manberg's side until he was like, let's be the bad guys, and then turned to Techno's side, which was Anarchy. That's why, like, during it, everyone, like, Wilbur's like, oh, I'm not a traitor, because you just won't believe I'm on Anarchy side. And it's very interesting to me because everyone blames Techno for blowing up L'Manberg when he really didn't. Like, yeah, he spotted a couple withers, but Techno was never on their side either. And I don't think he was, and Wilbur was ever. I think Wilbur and Techno were closer on each other's sides than Tommy and Wilbur were. And then again, 07s to Tommy's character. I loved you during Mad Wilbur arc. You were the best. But as soon as you went into exile, and I know this sounds really bad, but as soon basically Wilbur died and you basically were like, I need attention because no one's giving me attention, and you were like trying to blow up someone's house. Also, someone was like, what? How does the Sleepy Boys fit into Star Wars? Or not Star Wars. Oh, God. How does Sleepy Boys fit into Dream SMP lore, right? And, again, doesn't really. But if we wanted to, like, say it, like, Tommy's not Phil's son, I think Tommy relates more to Wilbur's son than Phil's son. Like, Wilbur, when Wilbur died, it had a bigger effect on Tommy and Fundy than anyone else. And of course Phil, but Phil and Techno keep their emotions sealed up. Which makes sense for their characters. Which doesn't make sense for the more emotionally driven Tommy in it viewers and Fundy viewers and Wilbur viewers. Emotions with those characters are out on the forefront, while with Techno and Phil viewers, emotions are on the backdrop. And that's why there's so much like conflict between a lot of like people, like viewers, because people are like watching Tommy and Tubbo's perspective and emotion is on the forefront, while people on Techno and Phil's stream are here for the subtle cues of emotion and not the upfront emotion. They keep their emotions hidden, sort of thing. And it's just interesting to keep in mind when you're watching. Like, that's what they're watching. And you could even argue, like, Rambo is more, like, upfront with emotions, but I think he's more backdrawn. He has a lot of things that are more obvious to the viewer. But I think his motions overall are more of a backdrop than a forefront, like Tommy and Tubbo's are. I don't know if that made sense, but that's kind of like my opinion on it. I hope that makes somewhat sense. Watch it make absolutely no sense and no one understands. They're like, yeah, Pax. Sure. Yeah, that makes somewhat sense. Smile, laugh. A little behind, can you catch me up? I left off when Tommy and Dream at the duel with the boat. Oh, you are far. Okay. Quick summary. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna explain the whole thing, right? Ready? Ready? Summary. Oh, I gotta make that text window bigger. Okay, I'll do that later. Summary of the Dream SMP. Ba-ba-da-ba. Have cool music that's not stupid playing. Hold on, let me fix this chat box. It's bothering me. Just hold up. Let me check. I just want to make sure this chat box looks better. Text. We'll see if that pops up and looks good. But, oh, no, it's squished. Okay. But, I'm trying to put chat on screen because it makes me happy to see chat on screen. Anyways, so summary of the Dream SMP. Sparkly lights, woo! Tommy joins the server. He thinks it's Pug. He thinks it's cool, but he wants to bully Dream because Dream has lots of subscribers. He goes and he bullies Dream. Dream does not like Tommy bullying him, so he exiles him to the Arctic. Tommy doesn't want to be exiled from the Arctic, so he doesn't set his spawn there. Instead, he sets his spawn at this community house. Then he dies by a polar bear and gets restarted to the community house. That was Tommy's first exile. Then he got banned. Then he logged back on. Later, he joined Tubbo, and Tubbo was like... Or he let Tubbo... He got Tubbo? I don't know how he got Tubbo to join. He got Tubbo to join somehow. Tubbo joined. Tubbo and him were like, yes, partners in crime. Let's do this, boys. Tubbo was small, and he liked bees. And he liked building cool house, and he was good at building, while Tommy was not. But Tommy knew that he could get into trouble, so he got into trouble with Dream again. He got a disc. There's this thing called a disc, and it's in a disc war, and it's the stupidest arc ever, but Tommy viewers love it, so we kind of just let them have it. No one else likes the discs, but Tommy viewers absolutely adore it. I don't even think Tubbo viewers like it, but Tommy viewers are too in mass destruction for us to stop them, so they kind of just do it, and we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, Tommy gets these discs. Dream wants to have discs, but he does not, so he steals discs. Tommy get mad. Tubbo and Tommy have a disc war. Disc war part 1. Don't worry, that will come back later. I promise. Maybe. Anyways, Wilbur joins server. Wilbur's like, you know what this server needs? You know what it has? You know what the Wilbur joins server. Wilbur's like, you know what this server has? This server has young adults that crave violence and power, and it has small children bored out of its minds. You know what would make this server better? And everyone's like, what does it need, Wilbur? What does it need? What does the server need that makes this server better when it has two groups, which is competitive young adults and bored little children? And Wilbur's like, you know what it needs? It needs conflict, and it needs government. So Wilbur joins the server and is like, government time, let's go, boys. Wilbur makes drug van and invents capitalism. Capitalism comes to server. Wilbur recruits two small children bored out of their minds to his cause to form capitalism with supply and demand. With this comes the young adults of the server to be like, this is not in my jurisdiction. I did not approve this. I do not know what's happening. What is happening over here, young sirs? And they're like, we've started a country. It's called Lamanberg. And we will totally not be memed on later with Lamaidbird or Manberg or taking L's or anything like that. Nope, no siree. We are completely, it was not a joke to name our country Lamanberg either. What are you guys talking about? So they formed Lamanberg, and the older people with the young adults are like, that seems like competition. What about no? What about I win? And they're like, no. So they have this big war, right? And let's say this big war isn't really a war. It's more like, just imagine all the artists at your school, right? And they are up against the all the sports stars of all the other schools within your county. You know the artists are gonna lose. We all know the artists are gonna lose. But that doesn't stop them from trying, because they're crazy artists and you're not gonna stop them from their lives. So this is where it gets interesting, right? So they we're not gonna win with normal means. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna win with our words, because we can outword them. And they're like, look, you're playing unfair because we're winning with our words and you're beating up on small children. So what are you gonna do about it? And they're like, you literally started it first. And it's like, no, I don't know what you mean. No. Anyways, the war happens. Artists win because they're smart. Also words. But that's when your duel on the bridge happens, because one of the artists actually plays sports. I know, shocking, surprise. We did not expect one of the artists to play sports, but they do. So they let the artist that plays sports go on a bridge and basically duel for their freedom. And surprise, surprise, the artist that plays sports is also no match for the sports stars. So what they do is they lose. They lose the bow duel, and they're like, well, that was a complete waste of time. We lost our flipping freedom. We lost our art space. What do we do now? One of the artists is like, listen. They go over to the sports stars and they're like, listen, we just really want our art studio. Can you just leave us alone so we can have our art studio? Listen, I'll give you that discs. I'll give you the new release to my song, to my 2 songs, and only you will have the copies of the songs that you can play whenever you want. Just give us our country. And the sports stars are like, yeah, okay, that seems fair. So they take the discs and the music and they go off and run away and hide in their holes. Then Tommy, which is the kid that is an artist but plays sports, right? He says, you know what we need? And everyone's like, yeah, more infrastructure, better houses, better stuff. And they're just like, no, that's not what we need. We need more conflict. I need to kill. And everyone's like, please stop. So he starts another war. It's a pet war, and it's a stupid war. Or it's not even a pet war. I think he just gets in trouble with someone, and Wilbur's like, nah, get it, stupid child, get over here, we'll fix this. Anyways, then Wilbur's like, wow, I should probably be elected. Because this is technically a dictatorship at the moment, and it's probably not a good thing. And also, George Washington was supposed to be king, but then he gave up his power, and I should give up my power too, because we're based on Hamilton. And everyone's like, yes, good idea, except for the Tommy, who was like, nah, he's the art kid that can play sports, and he's like, no, this seems like a terrible idea. And everyone's like, no, Tommy, you're wrong. And he's like, okay, as long as I can kill things. So they have the election. Spoiler alert. Wilbur loses. He fucking loses. He's a stupid person. He's the only one that was actually good for the nation, and he fucking loses. Idiot. That stupid idiot. Look at that stupid idiot. Look at this stupid idiot. Okay. But, but, what, like, as he's losing, he actually got this other person that was supposed to endorse him to come to the stage and was like, hey, this person's endorsing me. That person that endorsed him was like, lol, I'm not endorsing you, idiot. You're a little dictator. I'm gonna endorse myself. And he ran for president. And he actually won because clout. And everyone's like, yes, Jay Schlatt, he's funny. I liked his jokes in the SMP Live talent show. That was good. Sign him up. And everyone, so he won the election. Yep, everyone was like, you know that the man that's been ruling us for the past couple like, I think canonically it's been years, and everyone's like, you know that guy that's been ruling us for years, that's been doing a pretty good job, and no one's had any issues with, and he randomly decided to have an election, which makes absolutely no sense. It's like, yeah, it's like, well, let's elect this guy that had funny jokes. And everyone's like, yes, good idea. Do that one. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's the best idea we've had. High fives all around. It will be amazing. So they basically elect another dictator, but this one's actually a bad dictator. Like, Wilbur was like a good dictator, which I know is surprising, but you're going to have to believe me on this. He was an actually decent dictator. And probably the best president that, like, Lemberg had. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, Wilbur and Tommy, Tommy's the, artist with sports. The artist that can do sports and Wilbur run away to a cave, which is a ravine, which, Phil's of Minecraft says, do not ever start in ravines or go near ravines. And you know what they do? They go into ravines immediately. They're like, you know what we should do when we're playing Minecraft and we're trying not to die? We should immediately go into a ravine. And not only one ravine, 3 ravines intersecting. Yep, this seems like a great idea. Good on us. We'll just keep doing that one. So they're going into this ravine, and then they're like, maybe we should call up our buddy, our friend, the mercenary known as Technoblade. So they call up their mercenary friend, and they're like, and Wilbur mostly calls him up and is like, hey, mercenary friend that was best friends with my dad when he was a mercenary. Hey, can you come over and help us? Because I do not want to call my father that I messed up. Also, yeah, Phil and Wilbur are related in this, so I do not want to call my father and tell him that I messed up a country again. And the mercenary that's friends with father is like, yes, okay, I can understand. I can understand not wanting to tell your parental figure that you have messed up a country. I will be right over. So he goes over and he's like, how bad have you messed up this country? And he's like, pretty bad. Well, it's not actually my country anymore. And Schlatt's over there being like, let's call it L'Manberg because we don't take L's. So he renames it to L'Manberg, which isn't like a bad name either. Like, it's kind of just the same like quality as L'Manberg, but with one less letter. It still has the whole spelling issue where you're not quite sure if it's B-U-R-G or B-E-R-G. You're not quite sure. No one really tells you. Wilbur says it's both, but you're not quite sure. And no one wants to correct you. So you're kind of just sitting here with like the U gang and the E gang. And and everyone kind of like in America kind of is like, it's you. But no, it doesn't fix the issue. That's the point. Schlatt renaming L'Manberg to Manberg doesn't fix the issue. Then, right? I know you only asked about quick update. This is a quick update, I promise you. Yeah. Then they go up and they're like, Schlatt's like, you know what? I see a man lurking and I kind of just want to rub it in Wilbur's face again that I won and he lost and he's a stupid person. And Wilbur's like, please don't do that. And he's like, nah, screw you. I'm going to do that. So he has this like L'Manberg festival, right? And this L'Manberg festival, by this time Wilbur's like a little insane. Wilbur's over here being like, maybe I'm the bad guy. Maybe me being a dictator was not a good idea. And maybe me running a country maybe wasn't a good idea. I mean, look at the country now. And it points over and it's like kind of shitty. And he's like, see? And Tommy's like, but you're not running it now, so you can't really blame yourself. And he's like, nah, I can because I kind of made this stupid election. And Tommy's like, but that doesn't make it your fault. And it kind of does. I'm gonna be honest, it kind of does, but we're just not gonna tell Tommy that. Or Tommy's not going to believe us. Tommy never believes us anyways. So Tommy is chilling there being like, it's not your fault, Wilbur. You're not an evil person. You're like my dad, so I can't do that. Because in my theory, Tommy treats Wilbur more like Wilbur treats Philza. So, and yeah. So, anyways, right? So they have this Manberg festival, and Techno's invited because he's a mercenary and not really related to the Pogtopians, which that's what they decided to call themselves because they're stupid and they wanted to name their thing. They wanted to name their secret society after their political campaign. Anyways, Techno gets invited. He shoots fireworks at Tubbo, and then Tubbo and then people who enjoy Tubbo and Techno content take that dramatic event and call it their Twitter, and they're like, yes, when these two are together, we shall be reminded of fireworks. Because that is the brilliant play that we have chosen to do, and everyone's like, yes, good job, woohoo! Then, right, and then you're like, well, okay, whatever. Apparently there's supposed to be a button at the fireworks that's like blows up L'Manberg or whatever, and it kind of sucks. And Wilbur kind of loses it, which is kind of a good thing, but he loses the button and it doesn't blow up. But Schlatt's kind of like laughing at him the whole time, like, this idiot can't even run a country, can't even stay in power, and can't even find a button. Who's this idiot? Later that week, lo and behold, basically Tommy, the art kid that can play sports, and Quackity, which is a he's a kid that plays sports, but he's always benched. Quackity's a kid that can, like, he originally ran against Wilbur in the election, but no one kind of remembered him, so he got mad and was like, I'll help you out so people will remember me. And they did. They were like, look at this idiot. And he's like, no, I don't want to be benched again. Anyways, and yeah. I don't really want to explain anymore right now. My brain is going off. Yeah. It's late for me, man. My brain turns off at this point. Next live stream, ask me how I feel about... I guess, no. Well, you know what? We'll go all the way up to Dawn. We'll go all the way up to Dawn's 16th, right? So Quackity's over here being like he's the benched sport kid. He's kind of just chilling there. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this man? But then he goes up to, like, the guy who's, like, telling the sport... Like, he goes up to the manager, which is Schlatt, and he's like, listen, Schlatt, I don't want to be benched anymore. I'm a strong, good sport player. And everyone's like, what the fuck? No, you're not, Quacky. Get back on the bench, you idiot. And he goes up on the bench and he's like, fuck you, Schlatt, and then he shoots him with a crossbow bolt. And he goes and he's like, what the fuck? He goes and joins Pogtopia because he's like, I can be if you're gonna not take me as a sport kid, I'm gonna be an art kid. He goes to be an art kid and he realizes how crazy the art kids are. He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? How did you run a country? What is wrong with you all? And they're like, smile. And he's like, that's not even your thing. Wilbur's over here like, I want to write a song about e-girls and e-boys and how stupid the relationship is. And Quackity's like, what the fuck is happening over here? Anyways, Fundy decides to be like, prank time, I'm a sly fox. So he goes and he fills Pogtopia with a bunch of buttons. He's like, hey, Wilbur, you can't find a button? Here's a button, and fills it with buttons. And then then Wilbur and Tommy and Quacky get back to the base, and they're like, Wilbur, why can't you find a button? That's so stupid. And they go and they're like, there's a bunch of buttons here. I wonder, holy shit, what is this? And then they push a lot of buttons, and then, yeah, that's about it. I guess, this is a terrible face. I guess, Quacky and Tommy are kind of mad at Wilbur and Technoblade, and then you get the whole, like, Wilbur's actually on Techno's more on Wilbur's side than Tommy's side, and Tommy's the leader of Pogtopia, not Wilbur, and all that. But that's the basic summary of all the way up to, like, right before the 16th. My headphones just died, because there was a storm last night and I couldn't charge them. But we're gonna end right here. But summary: no live stream next week, right? No live stream next weekend. Live, but there's gonna be a video this week and a video next week. Next week's video is gonna be the Star Wars AU. Unless Techno is killed by the egg, then it will not be a Star Wars video. It will be Techno getting killed by the egg. After that, we'll have that weekend, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that. That will either be a normal stream or it will be a long boy where I show you my whole process of creating art. From getting an idea to filters and signing my name on it. Then it will probably be how Phil either lore, hopefully there'll be lore at that time, or it will be how Phil gave Techno one of his lives, because I have a story written off of that. Hopefully there'll be lore at that time. Holy shit, I hope there's lore at that time. And yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Hope you don't mind this later stream. I think it's good. I think it was good. And yeah. Yeah, you guys can hear there's no music. Okay. So yeah. I'll try to get the Minecraft server back and up and running. Or change providers. And that will be it. Thanks for watching. Good night. Go to bed. Good luck on school. I don't know how to end these. I kind of just do it